there and welcome. You're about to watch a Lakehead International live webinar. It is a great way to explore what Lakehead University is all about. In this session, you'll hear insights and stories from Lakehead professors, staff, and current students. While watching, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. For now, let's dive in. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Lakehead International live session. Thank you so much for joining us today, and you're going to get a closer look at the new STEM Hub launching in Barrie and what it means for students and how it's going to support your academic and campus experience here in Canada. My name is Hartika Narayankar, and I'm going to be the host for this session. I work as International New and Social Media Officer here at Lakehead University. I'm joined today by a great group of guests, and I will let them introduce themselves in a while. So we have Caitlin Stevenson, who is the International Engagement Specialist in Aurelia. We have Kelsey Dugan, who's the Administrator at Georgian Green Residence. We have Nahiz, who's the Community Advisor working at Georgian Green Residence, and I will just let them introduce themselves.
Thanks, Hartika. Hi, everyone. Katie Stevenson. I'm the International Engagement Specialist here at the Aurelia campus. So my role is largely helping international students with their pre-arrival, helping you prepare to get to Aurelia or Barrie, and support you through getting settled in your new home away from home. I support students throughout their student experience right through to graduation, and can talk about things like immigration matters, learning about navigating your new home, make recommendations for other community services that you can make use of. And the one thing I will share is that I am born and raised in Aurelia. So my favorite part of my job is to kind of connect students to my home and introduce them to things that I love. So I look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kelsey from Georgian Green. I am the admin, so when you go to apply or if you have any questions, you'll be contacting me and speaking with me most likely. I've been here for about almost 4 years this coming June, so I've always been helping students in settling in with their new home away from home during their studies.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Nahiz. I'm the community advisor of Georgian Green. I've been here for around 2 years, started off as a resident advisor and been a community advisor for the past 5-6 months. And I pretty much initiate all the communications with the residents and the resident advisors and the residents and also the office. So over here, I help run everything smoothly between the resident advisors and the residents.
Thank you so much, everyone. So each of them brings a different perspective on student life and engagement. And together we'll just be walking you through today about what the Barrie STEM Hub offers and how it's going to support your studies. So let's get started. So the agenda for today is pretty simple. We will be talking a bit about Lakehead University. We'll also be talking about the city of Barrie and what the Barrie STEM Hub programs are. Then we'll be having some conversation with some of the professors who'll be teaching at Barrie STEM Hub. And in the end, we'll be discussing about the off-campus housing in Barrie. So let's just kick things off with a quick overview of Lakehead University. We are a public university in Ontario with 3 distinct locations, Thunder Bay, Aurelia, and a specialized STEM hub in Barrie. But what really sets us apart isn't the locations, it's the community that you'll find here. So life at Lakehead is way more than just sitting in lectures and taking notes. It's about connecting with your professors. One of the really good things that makes Lakehead really unique is our approach to undergraduate research. So at many universities, students do not get the right kind of research opportunities until later in their degrees, and sometimes even at the graduate level. So here you can start as early as the first year, and that means that you'll get hands-on experience from day one, helping you build the skills and confidence. Let's talk a bit about rankings. So Times Higher Education has ranked us as #1 university in North America with under 10,000 students. And Maclean's consistently places us in the top 5 in our category. Lakehead is in the top 3 in Canada for research in our category as well. So even though we are considered like a smaller university, our achievements are anything but small. Now, class sizes are another thing that students really look forward to and appreciate. So instead of huge lecture halls, we focus on smaller, more personalized classes. So in Thunder Bay, the student to faculty ratio is 15:1, and in Aurelia is 13:1. That means that more opportunities to ask more questions, participate, and also really just connect with your professors. Diversity is another highlight. So students come to Lakehead from over 90 countries. So every classroom is a chance to hear different perspectives, share experiences, and also learn from your peers. And what about life after graduation? So the results speak for themselves. So we have 96.2% of our graduates working within 2 years, which is higher than the Ontario average of 94.1%. That just shows and tells us that students leave here ready and confident. So that was a snapshot of what life at Lakehead looks like. So let's talk about why so many students choose Canada as their study destination. Canada offers a strong combination of academic quality, career opportunities, and also overall stability. So you're getting a degree that's respected worldwide. And you're also studying in a system that focuses on real life skills, hands-on learning, and industry connections. So Canada is consistently ranked top 10 greenest countries in the world to live in. On top of that, Canada is also ranked among the top 14 most peaceful countries in the entire world. That means that it's safe, welcoming, and it provides a really supportive place for students from all kinds of backgrounds. So as I mentioned, Canada is ranked one of the best places in the world to live in, thanks to its high quality of life, safety, and peaceful environment. We are also known for being inclusive. So Canada was actually the first country to officially embrace multiculturalism, and that shows why nearly 1 million international students now call Canada home. Let's talk about something that's on top of most of the international students' minds, which is the work opportunities and then what comes after graduation. So while studying, you can work up to 24 hours per week during the semester, and it is a great way to cover any kind of expenses or even gain Canadian experience for that matter. So once you graduate, every Lakehead program makes you eligible for a post-graduation work permit, which could give you up to 3 years of open work in Canada. And looking ahead, you can also receive extra points for your Canadian university degree when applying for permanent residency. Now, I will let Katie take over the next slide, which talks about the city of Barrie.
Awesome. Thanks, Harnika. All right, so I'm going to give you a brief introduction to Barrie, then we'll dive a bit deeper into where you'd be studying with Lakehead University's Barrie STEM Hub. So Barrie is known as a growing, safe, connected city with a very strong quality of life. To orient you as to where we're talking about, as you head north of Toronto, after about a 1-hour drive, you will land in Barrie, and it's located within the county of Simcoe. It has lots of trails, ski hills, Lake Simcoe waterfront within easy reach, and it offers great experiences throughout all 4 seasons that you can experience in Canada, while also giving you that urban experience that a lot of students are after. So Barrie has a population of 153,000 people and is growing. This means that it has many different opportunities, services, and amenities available to you as a student. It is known as a regional hub for innovation. Barrie provides opportunities for co-ops, internships, employment with tech startups, engineering firms, manufacturers, and public sector employers. Outside of your academic life, there are lots of different amenities that you'll enjoy. You can expect a whole variety of different restaurants, large supermarkets, and also specialty grocery stores. I mention this because food is an important part of your experience as a student when you're coming to a new country. There are lots of different shopping malls, shopping centers, all different venues for purchasing whatever you need. And I also wanted to share that as a growing urban center, Barrie also has an increasing ethnically diverse population, along with many different ethnocultural groups and associations that organize different programming and events. One such group that I have experience working with is called the Ethnic Mosaic Alliance, and I would highly recommend that you give them a Google and read more about what they have going on in the city of Barrie. For those of you who might be traveling with family, I appreciate that you have many unique needs that you are thinking about. I wanted to mention a unique partnership that we have with a settlement service provider. It's called the YMCA of Simcoe Muskoka. And Lakehead University students can access this support service, and they can assist family members with navigating different topics such as language training, navigating the healthcare system, navigating the education system for young people, job finding, immigration questions, all of those things that are important to your quality of life and your experience in Barrie. Their office and their programming space is located in Barrie. It's less than 10-minute drive from Lakehead University's Barrie STEM Hub. So a very important resource that I want you to be aware of. Lastly, I wanted to mention that in 2023, Stats Canada named Barrie one of Canada's safest cities in the country. Really important to highlight that. So that's a little bit about the city of Barrie. Now I want to talk more specifically about the STEM Hub. So Lakehead University's Barrie STEM Hub is located in the heart of Barrie's waterfront district, a beautiful location which is featured on the screen here. As a student living and studying in this area, I wanted to point out and highlight a few points of interest that I think you'll enjoy. So first, you will benefit from great access to public transportation via 3 different transportation systems. So first, there's a Barrie Transit bus service that services all areas of the city. Then there is a Lynx Simcoe County-wide transit system that goes through Barrie. That can quickly take you 30 minutes north to the Aurelia campus as well. Lastly, the city is also served by 2 GO stations, part of GO Transit. One of these stations is actually within a 2-kilometer walk of the Barrie STEM Hub, and you would just walk right along the waterfront trail. So it's a beautiful walkover. GO Transit is an important resource for you to know about because they have services 7 days a week. They have GO trains and buses that connect Barrie to Toronto and various communities all across the Greater Toronto area. So something that you are highly likely to make use of. I also wanted to mention that our STEM Hub is in the heart of community events, entertainment, and an abundance of restaurants happening along the really beautiful Barrie waterfront. So whether it be enjoying free outdoor concerts at Meridian Place, that's only a few steps away from the STEM Hub, you might be exploring vendors at a festival in Heritage Park right across the road. You might get a workout in at the various outdoor fitness stations along the waterfront trail. Or maybe enjoying fireworks over Kempenfelt Bay. There are lots of different ways that you can enjoy your time outside of the classroom and outside of the labs. So that's a little bit about that location. I hope that excites you and intrigues you. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Hartika to get more specific about academics.
Thank you so much, Katie, for that introduction. So now I'll be talking about the programs that are offered at Barrie STEM Hub. So these are the undergraduate programs that are available through the STEM Hub in Barrie. So each program gives you a strong technical foundation, hands-on experience, and the flexibility to shape your degree around your goals. So at Barrie STEM Hub, you can choose from 4 programs. So electrical engineering, mechatronics engineering, software engineering, as well as computer science, offered as an honors bachelor's of science as well. So a great advantage of these programs is that you get the chance to earn both an academic credential as well as practical experience. So, you can see we also offer cooperative education offered with the handshaking icon mentioned there for certain programs. So these programs are designed to prepare you for growing tech and engineering opportunities in Ontario, especially with Barrie's expanding, innovation and industry sector. Co-op also allows you to work full-time in your field and also build Canadian work experience. So let's talk about the graduate programs that that can give you the room to grow no matter which path you choose. So basically, whether you prefer a course-based, project-based, or a thesis or portfolio route, you can tailor your program to how you want to learn best. So several of these options also include co-op, as I mentioned, which means that you can step into a full-time roles in your field and also build a real Canadian experience while you study. So in computer science, you can choose from Master of Science, which is course-based, Master of Science, again, project-based, and then thesis-based. In electrical and computer engineering, you can pursue a Master of Science, which is thesis-based. And if you're thinking of long-term, we also offer PhD in electrical and computer engineering. So this is a very strong path for students who want to focus on advanced research, innovation, or academic careers. So now we will be hearing from some of our professors from the computer science and engineering discipline as well. So let me just. So in this segment, we are diving into one of our most in-demand areas, which is computer science, and how the Barrie STEM Hub is giving students new opportunities to learn, innovate, and also connect directly with the industry. So STEM Hub, joining us today is Dr. Thiago Alves, Associate Professor of Computer Science and one of the leading faculty members involved with the Barrie STEM Hub. So welcome, Dr. Alves. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Hardika, and it would be a pleasure to be talking to you about our new programs in the Barrie STEM Hub.
That's fantastic. That's really great to hear. So let's start with the basics. So for students who may be new to this, what exactly is the Barrie STEM Hub and how does it connect to computer science at Lakehead?
The Barrie STEM Hub is a hub for innovation and teaching in the city of Barrie, in north of Toronto. The STEM Hub would be housing programs in engineering and computer science, and it would be a tight collaboration between the students of all these programs. The students would be taking courses together, doing research with professors in the various fields of STEM.
That sounds really incredible. So it is really, I think, blending academics with innovation and also some kind of a community engagement, which is exactly what I believe that future students are looking for. So from a student perspective, what kinds of experiences or opportunities can students look forward to at Barrie STEM Hub?
Well, at the Barrie STEM Hub, we'll have a very close connection between researchers and students, the professors and students. So the environment would allow students to really engage in research and innovation and create a portfolio that would be sought after by industry. In the Simcoe County, where Barrie is located, there is a high demand for skills in manufacturing. And nowadays, just an example of the opportunities the students would be exposed to, there's a high demand for AI in manufacturing, detecting defects or automating processes in industry. And the industry in Simcoe County is leading in manufacturing. For example, we have the Honda plant in the county that uses AI to do a bunch of tasks in their production line. We believe that our students would be enabled by the education that we offer in the STEM Hub to create an impact in the community, improve industry output, and also feel fulfilled by knowing that their skills will be in demand for a long time.
That's, I think, is a really game changer, like having that hands-on experience, also the applied experience while you're still studying, is gonna give the students a really serious edge before they graduate, of course. Can you talk about more about the programs that Barrie STEM Hub offers for our students?
Well, it's a very good segue because we are going to offer the classical computer science degrees in the undergraduate, master's, and PhD level. In the undergraduate and master's level, there would be co-op options available so that the students can integrate that industry experience in their degrees. We'll be offering the honors bachelor's in computer science with a co-op option, but the students could choose as well not to take the co-op option if it's of their liking. In the master's level, our flagship program would be the master thesis with specialization in AI. This program is one of the few programs in Ontario that is affiliated with the Vector Institute for AI, one of the largest institutes for AI in North America. The students in the master's program, the thesis and project options, would have the opportunity to take a co-op as well if they choose to do so. And we would also be offering a course-based master's where students would primarily be taking courses and upskilling to be ready for industry. So this would be the main programs that we would be offering.
That's really huge because the co-op option really is going to really help students bridge that gap between theory and also real world experience. And also Barrie being that close to Toronto's tech ecosystem is going to also open a lot of doors for those students.
Exactly.
So let's talk about research now. So what are some of the research areas that the professors or staff members at the Barrie STEM Hub are currently involved in? Could you give us a bit of an elevator pitch on some of those areas?
So we have at the moment research capacity on robotics and AI with me. My main focus is to enable robots to perform tasks with the same degree of dexterity that humans do. For example, manipulating objects and helping humans in unstructured environments. We also have Dr. Wei that does research on cybersecurity and cryptography. So pretty cool research as well. For example, Bitcoin and all these cryptocurrencies, they come from the research area that Dr. Wei works on. Dr. Ten does AI and optimization for operational research, which is also a very cool area because it is tightly related to industry. And Dr. Lau does research on computer graphics and human-computer interfaces. I have to say as well that we'll be expanding the number of areas that we'll be exploring in terms of research, and most likely we'll be expanding into computer vision and image processing in the near future. And these would be the areas that we'll be offering. These areas are in demand in industry. There is a lot of robotics companies nowadays. There is a lot of demand for automation and AI and cybersecurity, as well as human-computer interfaces, so that these machines, these new AI models, can interact with humans more seamlessly. Yeah.
Wow, that's really the kind of cutting edge research that I really love, and I'm sure our students will love that too. And it's really exciting to see that our professors and staff members are also involved in such exciting projects and exciting research. So that's really good to know. My final question to you is, what should students expect or maybe look forward to if they choose to study, let's say, computer science at the Barrie STEM Hub?
Well, we believe that we'll be offering an experience that is unique because the students will have smaller class sizes, they would be closer to their professors, they would be able to develop that relationship, that intimate relationship that would help them better understand concepts and processes and new trends in research and also to learn how to apply their skills in industry, because we are in a location that is really privileged. There is a lot of industries in Simcoe County, and as you said, we are 1 hour away from Toronto. So students would also be able to explore opportunities in the Toronto tech scene. I think that it will really be a hub for innovation because it is concentrating engineering and computer science programs these programs would be able to develop some synergy and explore ideas that are not very common in a regular campus. So I think it would be really exciting for us to see that computer science and engineering will be developing this new relationship, and the students will definitely benefit from it.
That's a really great way to put it. Like, I'm sure students can expect a personalized learning experience at Barrie STEM Hub. And they also have smaller classes, which means more interactions with the professor, more collaborations with peers, and also more opportunities to stand out. And as you mentioned, it is a hub that is designed to encourage innovation. So I'm sure there's a really good future at Barrie STEM Hub. So thank you so much, Dr. Alves, for sharing that insight. It's clear that Barrie STEM Hub is going to be opening exciting pathways for students, both in research and also real-world opportunities. So now let us move on to the next part of the session.
Thank you everyone, and I hope that I can meet you guys in the Barrie STEM Hub.
Perfect. So in this segment, we are going to be diving into the Faculty of Engineering and how our Barrie STEM Hub is giving students a chance to study and also innovate in one of the most in-demand fields today, which is engineering. So joining us is Dr. Amir Ameli, Associate Professor in the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. So Dr. Ameli, thank you so much for being with us. Just to start off, could you tell us a bit about your background and what led you to in the field of electrical and computer engineering?
Thank you so much for inviting me to this meeting. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk about what we are doing at Lakehead, and it is always exciting to share how our programs are growing, especially with the launch of the new Barrie STEM Hub. As you mentioned, my name is Dr. Amir Ameli, and I am an associate professor at the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department at Lakehead University. My background is in power system protection and cyber security of critical infrastructure, and I have been fortunate to teach and conduct research in these areas at Lakehead University in the last couple of years. Much of my work focuses on making power grids smarter, more secure, and resilient, especially at the presence of renewable energy systems and digital technologies, such as a wider use of communication systems in power grids to make them smarter.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Dr. Ameri, you have taught and researched across several areas of engineering. What aspects of electrical and computer engineering are you most passionate about in terms of teaching or even exploring right now?
I'm most passionate about research and teaching that connects directly to real-world challenges in engineering and technology. My focus is on areas like smart grids, renewable energy systems, and cybersecurity of modern power networks, which are mainly related to the fields that are changing how we produce and protect energy every day. I mainly teach third year and fourth year courses related to smart power grids, electric machines, as well as their protection and cybersecurity at Lakehead University.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that information, Dr. Ameli. So now talking about the Barrie STEM Hub, what about the advantages of it? Many students have heard about Barrie STEM Hub now, but might not fully know what makes it unique. So from your perspective, what makes studying electrical or computer engineering or engineering in general at the Barrie STEM Hub special compared to other locations or universities?
The program at the Barrie STEM Hub is built around the skills and experience that today's tech industry demands. Students study in a brand new high-tech space designed specifically for engineering and computer science. And in these programs, the students learn through a mix of theory, hands-on experience, and real industry collaboration, which makes our graduates ready to step into a fast-changing technical environment after graduations. For us at Barrie STEM Hub, teaching is not just about transferring the knowledge. It's about building curiosity, creativity, and confidence, so the students can become the kind of engineers who make real impacts in their communities and in the world. At STEM Hub, we constantly update our courses to reflect emerging technologies in areas like automation, artificial intelligence, software engineering, and data systems. So we keep our courses up to date and in line with the real demand in industry. And with co-op placement and industry-linked projects, our students gain some direct experience in solving real-world problems and in learning how to work with the technologies that are currently being used in the industry.
Thank you so much for that. So it is very interesting to see how all that ties in the broader direction of the tech industry right now. So talking about that, so engineering and technology fields evolve very quickly. There's new systems, smarter devices, just constant innovation every day. So how does the engineering program prepare students to keep up with and also lead those changes in industry?
Yeah, thank you for this good question. As I kind of mentioned in my answer to the previous questions as well, the programs at the Barrie STEM Hub is built around the skills and experience that today's tech industry demands. Because the hub shares a space with regional innovation center, the students are surrounded by entrepreneurs, tech startups, and even some local companies. And this make it possible for the students to have the opportunity of learning through mix of theory, hands-on practice, and real industry collaborations. And apart from that, by working in small classes with dedicated professors and industry mentors, the students can develop the ability to adapt, innovate, and to lead, which are exactly what employers look for in the next generation of engineers and technologists. And on top of that, our students gain experience using cutting-edge engineering and computing technologies, which are similar to the tools and systems that are used in today's workplaces. So our graduates not only get ready for their job, but also ready to adapt, innovate, and lead in whatever comes next in their career.
Thank you so much for that. So that is exactly that. The supportive atmosphere makes a really big difference in how students grow and also succeed. Also, the community feel is something that we hear our current students talk about a lot. So that is something that's going to help them definitely. So one of the most exciting parts of Lakehead's engineering programs is that even undergraduates get to engage in applied research. What kind of research or innovation projects can engineering students get involved in at the Barrie STEM Hub?
At Barrie STEM Hub, the undergraduate students have the opportunity to get involved in real hands-on research and applied projects right from the beginning of their studies, because the hub is small and deeply connected to local industry. Students often work side by side with professors and community partners on projects that have direct real-world impact. I myself have a couple of projects with local industry, and I always encourage the undergrad students to work on some smaller pieces of those projects for the capstone projects. And these projects can include things like developing a smart energy system, designing the automation and robotics solutions, or even designing some software prototypes. So many projects come from our collaborations with local companies and industry, and as well as from the regional innovation centers. And this kind of early applied experience builds the confidence, creativity, and professional skills that the students needs to get into their career when they graduate.
That's actually really inspiring. Like it shows how much trust the program puts in the students to explore and also create. It's amazing that undergrads can get that kind of exposure so early in their studies. So that's really good to know. So for any students who are considering studying engineering at Lakehead Barrie, what's one piece of advice you would give them?
If a student is considering studying one of our engineering programs or computer science at Lakehead STEM Hub, the best advice is to embrace the hands-on learning experience from day one. Our programs are designed for the students who want to build, test, and create, and not just to sit in lecture halls. So at Barrie STEM Hub, every project connects to real industry challenges, and students work closely with professors who know their names and genuinely care about their success. It's important to take advantage of those small classes and the access to mentors, labs, and co-op opportunities. So they can get all the skills that they require to get into the industry after they graduate. And most importantly, students should come ready to get involved and take initiatives. The hobby is all about innovation, and the more students explore, collaborate, and experiment, the more they will grow as future engineers and innovators. So my advice is to to use this opportunity and try to learn and practice as much as they can.
That's actually excellent advice and something that future students can really take to heart. It's a really great reminder that success in engineering is about curiosity and also persistence. So that's a perfect note to end on. So thank you, Dr. Ameli, for sharing those insights. It's really inspiring to hear how Faculty of Engineering and the Barrie STEM Hub are giving students real opportunities to design, innovate, and also shape the technologies of the future.
It was a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing new students next year at Barrie STEM Hub.
Perfect. Now it's time for us to move on to our next segment. Okay, all right. So now we will be talking about the Georgian Green residents, and I would like Kelsey and Nahis to take over from here.
Thank you. I think Nahiz will start on the first slide for us.
So talking about Georgian Green's residence, it's located pretty much in the heart of Barrie. And for the STEM hub, it's just like a 20-minute bus, how it's described. I would say it's more like between 10 to 20 minutes, depends on the bus you take. And we have a bus station right in front of the buildings. So it's called 130 Bell Farm. It's a 1 minute walk from each building. You just pop into the bus and you'll be there at the STEM hub. And talking about the resident's life, I started off as a resident in Barrie around 2023. Living with fellow mates, it makes you more interested when it comes to the college life and all the activities we do over here. Because I still have friends who I've met over like for the past 2 years. And the events which we do at our residence, we make sure we do more than 8 to 10 events every semester. So it brings in all the residents together for a better community living. And for example, we had paintball, glow in the dark bowling, game nights, and the last one was a spelling bee night, which was pretty much interesting. We had all the residents like jovially participating for it, and it was a really good event. And when it comes to the residents over here, we have RAs who are available 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the office and 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. on call for emergencies. So the residents have nothing to worry about. The RAs will take care of any of the concerns and they'll be there to deal with any of the problems or any of the things they would like to get in touch with. Kelsey, I'll hand over for the safe and secure facilities.
Okay. So in our buildings, we have the three buildings. They are lock and key systems. So when students move in, they get three physical keys. Each building is a separate key. Only the students assigned to a suite would have a suite key. And then only the student assigned to the bedroom would have a bedroom key, apart from RAs and maintenance and any other staff. In case of emergencies, work orders, anything like that needs to be addressed, that you've let us know or that we've noticed that have happened and it's an emergency case. We also have cameras throughout the buildings on the outside, so if anything happens, we can always go back and have a look if you bring anything to our attention. Suites come fully furnished, so you don't have to worry about major furniture items. The bedrooms would have a bed frame, mattress, desk, chair, and dresser. Part of the deposit payment would be a one-time $40 mattress cover fee. So we provide each student with a brand new mattress cover to protect your belongings from the mattress that we provide, and then have the longevity of the mattress in your room. So we are offering Lakehead students that are coming to the STEM Hub guaranteed housing if the application process is followed in full by June 1st of next year. Our fall application usually opens up around end of February, and then I'll touch on the process of how to apply later on. We don't have the exact fees for next fall, but we do anticipate it to be around $750 as the equal monthly payment. That would include all the students' utilities except for the laundry use, but we do have laundry machines on site in each building. Fees and the dates for the fixed terms would be on the application and on our website at the time. When the application process goes live, we do offer the two different lengths of terms depending on the student's academic period. So the fall 2 semester and the 3 semester if your studies go into the summer. And students are always welcome to apply for the following terms if their studies are continuing. Next slide, please. So here is a rendering of what a suite looks like layout-wise. We also have the virtual tour in a few slides. Then we also have this and the virtual tour on our website for you to look at later on. If anyone finds themselves in the Barrie area during the summer, we do start doing in-person tours during around mid-May to give students a in-person idea of the layout and what their home away from home may look like. So we offer the 5 and the 6 bedroom suites, again, fully furnished, which offers opportunities to make more connections with other classmates or students in general. The only difference with the 5 bedroom is that it's one less bedroom, obviously, and the bathrooms look a little bit different. Instead of the 3-room layout, it's only 2, but it still offers all of the same amenities. And again, students don't have to worry about large furniture pieces. I've touched on the bedrooms, but the common areas would come with the couches, coffee table, dining room table, chairs, and the stove and the fridge. So students just have to worry about bringing their bedding, dishware, cookware, all that stuff. I think most suites decide to split that cost, so usually waiting until you move in just to save on what you might not need is the best to go about it. And then in terms of suite mate, in terms of suite mate matching, we use the resident info page on the resident housing agreement to match you with suite mates. So we're kind of going based off of program and other interests that you may have to find commonalities between students. Usually we're going off the same program first and going from there. We can also accommodate groups that want to come and live together. If you have classmates in the same program or that you've met over the summer, it just has to be mutually indicated on that form. And then as you'll see, there's no laundry in the suites, but in the buildings, there's the 1st floor and the 4th floor laundry rooms. Our laundry rooms use an app called PayRange, so the students can tap and pay per load and not have to worry about coins. They load money from a debit or a credit card, and then through the app, they can see what machines are available and how long is left in your cycle, so you don't have to keep checking when you don't have to. Next slide, please. So like it was already mentioned, Barrie is very close to a bunch of different amenities, grocery stores, gyms, hospitals, all that stuff. For Georgian Green specifically, we are about a 10-minute walk from a major shopping center that has a ton of restaurants, a Zayre, so your grocery stores. There's a gym, there's a walk-in clinic not too far from us, and then the hospital RVH. Is about a 10-minute walk as well. So we're conveniently located for all the students' needs. I'll just use this slide to touch on some common questions that students have about the amenities that we offer. So again, utilities are included in your residence fees. In the suites can control their own temperature. So each bedroom has a baseboard heating system that the student can control with a dial on the inside of each bedroom. The common areas are heated and cooled with a wall unit or a heat pump, and that does an effective job of cooling or heating the common area when it is left on, and although the doors are left open when you're home. In terms of Wi-Fi, so it is fiber Wi-Fi. We use Cloud Wi-Fi as a company. It's Bell in the back end, but overall it is very reliable. Each suite has their own modem that students connect to when they're assigned to a suite. Cloud Wi-Fi offers 24/7 tech support, so if there is any issues, you can always contact them. I think you can call, email, or text, so it's super easy. They can also help set up a private network, so if you have a printer, they can help set that up for you. And then we also have in-house maintenance, so it usually doesn't take too long for any work orders to be addressed. So we have a work order system where students can report anything that they see, or the RAs can report anything through the suite inspections that they do each month to us, and then we can take care of it so everything is well maintained. Slide, please. So here's our virtual tour of our 6-bedroom suite. It is set up as display to give students an idea what they can do with the suite to make their home feel homey. Most rooms are set up to give, again, students ideas of what they could do with the suite, except for bedroom 6, there is stick and peel wallpaper. We don't allow that. That has happened without our knowledge. And then near the end, you also see a bare bones room that doesn't have any of the extras, just the bedroom furniture to give you an idea of what the space would look like when you come in. The bedroom, the furniture type may vary depending on which room you're assigned. In terms of the maintenance of the common space when students are moved in, obviously we have cleaners that come in before students move in to clean from the previous students. But then moving forward, it is expected that they are cleaning the common area and keep it maintained. And then we highly recommend suite mate agreements, and that helps with the overall flow of the suite and keeping open communication open. Overall, during student stays, if you have any questions or concerns, the main office is always here and the RAs are always there for a visit, call, or an email, whatever time it is. So I will wrap up with the application process. So it is a 3-step process. It starts with our website under the Apply Now tab in the upper right-hand corner. From there, you'll be taken to the initial application. Once that gets completed, you would get the next steps directly to your email. The resident housing agreement and pre-authorized monthly payment form would be part of that email. At least the resident housing agreement needs to be sent back in for us to review in full. The PAP form is only for the equal monthly payments moving forward during your term. So once the RHA is completed, send it back in, we review it, invite you to make the deposit payment. The deposit payment is 2 equal monthly payments, like your first and your last, and then the $40 mattress cover fee. Parking can also be paid at that time if needed, and then the activity fee for the resident events. If you want to opt into that, that would get you free or cheaper access to the events that we hold each semester. That is separate from the RA events. That's like the paintball event that Nahiz mentioned. And that is pretty much all of Georgian Green in a quick little snapshot.
All right, thank you so much, Kelsey and Nahiz, for that detailed information about housing in Barrie and for the Barrie STEM students. So we have reached a part of the webinar today where everyone gets excited about the live Q&A. So let's just jump right in. Please send in your questions through the chat, through the Q&A box, and we'll do our best to address as many as possible. Okay. So if there are no questions, we'll just move ahead with today's session. I'd also like to give a huge thank you to all our guests today for being here. Thank you all for jumping in and just making this session so much lively and genuinely fun to host. So yeah, we'll wrap things up here, and I hope to see you at some other event soon. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for joining.
Bye, thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. You can connect with us on social media. You can find us at Lakehead International on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We hope to see you in our next live webinar. Bye for now.